traders from around the world, what's going on? It's your boy Ricky Cadden back again with another free Friday stock review from Real Life Trading Australia. Hope you guys have had a sensational, profitable week. Let's talk about the broader markets, guys, because there's a few things that have been playing out quite nicely that I've been giving you guys a few hints on in my stock reviews if you have been following along. Guys, the SPY, I did mention just 2 days ago that we would most likely see a nice little push higher before possibly a rollback down. And whether or not we are going to get a rollover, you can see we are getting declining volume as we're moving higher. So I do think that the steam train's kind of running out of steam, so to speak. But the SPY, guys, I do expect us probably to at least consolidate sideways and or roll back down possibly this evening. If you take a look at the the E-minis, we did gap up. However, we have been trading completely sideways, almost at a brand new all-time high. Are we going to create some new all-time highs? We will have to wait and see. There are some huge gaps out there in the markets due to earnings, but we'll just have to wait and see how this one plays out, guys. Here's Facebook. Facebook was one of those gaps. Now, this is definitely one you will want to look out for. If you take a look at the 5-minute chart, and I'll turn on the extended hours for you, you can see we are currently getting after hours a really nice gap up to 361 and some change. So that will create some new all-time highs. We are gapping up above all these candles, all this bearishness here. So I dare say there will be a few people trapped, especially because this is a nice little triple top. But phenomenal bounce, great off the shorter term moving averages. Fantastic bounce off the 50. I mean, guys, we usually do bounce off this level on Facebook when we are in a nice bullish trend. So it was a very phenomenal dip buying opportunity for those who did play Facebook. But watch out for this. Watch out for this gap, guys. It is a white candle gapping up. So just expect there to be a small retest before we do look to trade bullish on Facebook. Here's Amazon. Now, Amazon, we had this phenomenal breakout right back here at the start of July, and here is the retest. I did mention this was going to happen in the trading room and that we would come back down to 34.93-ish, and as you can see here, we got this phenomenal hammer candle and looking to trade bullish. Earnings is right around the corner. Next week is going to be a huge week for earnings for a lot of the tech stocks, a lot of tech companies, so make sure you keep an eye on that one. Here is the ASX 200. Now, the ASX 200 actually closing quite bullish. Now, we have got somewhat of a wicked pair candlestick pattern, and we are closing very nicely, or currently trading very nicely to the highs. We gapped down and then we faded. Is this going to finally break out and continue higher? We'll just have to wait and see. Short-term moving averages are bullish. Long-term moving averages are bullish. I did mention back here we would trade sideways for a month or so. That did happen, but now that we have traded sideways, we've built that pressure and consolidation. Now we could possibly see a little small move to the upside. Here's ALU, Altium Limited. Now this one is really, really interesting, guys. We did get a phenomenal gap and go, which did gap and go on that day if you were to day trade this one. Then we had this nice little pullback, consolidation, back up to the highs, failed break higher, and then pull back down to the 200 simple moving average. What's also interesting about this particular level, guys, if you also take a look at the weekly chart, we are just kind of chilling out at the 100 simple moving average. So whether or not we hold on, we have got fairly decent sized volume, so I do expect us to kind of hold this level. If we don't, we should see a nice little gap fill back down to around 29.82 before we go higher. But I think at this stage, guys, I would just stay fairly neutral on Altium. Guys, MoneyMe. Now, I am going to show you guys a small clip of the stock review that I did back on this day right here, guys. And just take a listen to what I said and where we would drop to. Take a listen. Here is MoneyMe. Now, MME. This one right here, guys, I would be Short-term bearish on this one. If you do have a look, obviously we did have this phenomenal breakout and trading higher from your support levels. We are getting a little bit of divergence. Obviously, this is a lagging indicator. I totally understand that RSI is very lagging. And could we go higher? Absolutely. Is the trend bullish? Absolutely. But just personally, I would not be looking at buying right now. Next buying location, if I just go down to the hourly chart, would be roughly around the $2 mark on MoneyMe. So $2 mark on MoneyMe actually brings us back down to a previous level of resistance and support level, and obviously a moving average at this current particular moment in time. So this is where I would be looking for, a little bit of consolidation and possibly a little bit more volume to come in. So that's MoneyMe. Guys, keep an eye on this one for a short-term pullback. Wow, guys, back down to $2. I mean, my indicator was stating 197-ish. If you take a look at the 1 hour chart, you can see here, there it is, 197, 197 and a half cents. And we did come back down to this level. If you were in MME back here, I do hope that you took your profits and look to possibly get back in around about $2. We are currently sitting at around $2 right now. But MoneyMe back at the 200 simple moving average on an hourly chart. On the daily chart, it also does coincide with these previous high levels as well. So just keep that in mind, guys. We probably will get a nice little bit of a consolidation. Great volume, but I do think this one is going to continue bullish long term. Here's crude oil. Now, crude oil, here is my drawing from 2 days ago. Looks very, very familiar, right? I have not actually moved this particular drawing at all. And you can see that we are following it quite nicely, almost to the exact penny. I did mention we were going to come right up to this particular level here, and we did. Whether or not we break out and go higher, we'll just have to wait and see how this one transpires tonight. But hopefully we do see a nice little pullback. It has been a fairly decent sized move just in the last 2 days. We have had a very nice, 7.7% push higher on crude. So very interesting stuff. If you did take this one long with futures like myself, then well done to you. You would have raked it in on crude oil the last couple of days. Here's gold. Now, gold is just currently consolidating at the 100 simple moving average. Loving these long lower shadows that we are getting at this level. The longer we can build pressure here, guys, just remember this is a double bottom and there is the neckline. So we are currently breaking out and retesting. So if we do keep consolidating, guys, I do expect us to continue on bullish. When that does happen, we should see a nice little push higher to around 1862 before we see some sort of resistance. And last but not least is the Aussie dollar. Now, I have been mentioning this was going down to 72.91, and if you take a look here, the low of this candle was 72.89. So if you were looking at trading forex, or if you did look to take this long down here, then well done. You currently should be up on the trade, almost about 100 pips on this one. But yep, Aussie dollar looking good. We should see a consolidation very, very soon. All right, guys, I'll be back next week with another free stock review just for you. If you guys would like me to review any tickers for you, stocks, commodities, or futures, leave it in the comment section below and I'll happily do that for you. Have a great weekend, and until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. You guys absolutely rock. Bye.